Gold. It's Jonesy Demanda driving you home there. The piano was on the telly last night. It's on ABC iView. And
all the episodes are up.
All the eps are there.
All if you like.
You can bogart them all at once if you want.
It's like, I think it's like a rich mud cake in that I like to have a bit at a time rather than all at once.
I don't know if I'd binge it because I
Some
feel
people
that it's a lot there. Married at First Sight. I'm losing it for Married at First Sight.
Good.
And I think, with Mel Schilling passing away, I see her on the telly and I listen to these adult babies talking about their minutiae of their life. And I'm like, come on, guys, there's real stuff out there.
Yeah.
There's real stuff. And you think about Mel was going through all of that. But maybe that's what sustained her.
Well, some people maybe, need a distraction. It's like the modern Shakespeare. That's what people lean into as a distraction.
Yeah.
But it does remind you, and this is what I often say with the piano, is everyone has a story.
Well, what about Pete and Rosie?
Oh, this is one of my favourite stories. And Peter and Rosie were selected to be in the concert at the end, and that's hugely emotional when that happens. But I loved meeting Peter and Rosie. So Peter is a 92-year-old Dinma. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Dinma man. He's Indigenous. He lives in the northwest of Western Australia.
Yep, up Karratha, Broomway.
Quite remote, absolutely. Between about 4 flights to
Inland.
be able to come down. So he still works as a stockman. He's 92. He works every day. He is the last speaker on the planet of his language. He learnt it from his grandfather, remembers a bit of it from his mother, but he's never been to school. He says, I can count sheep, I can count cattle, but I've never been to school. But he's had no one to talk with. This language has disappeared. So there was Rosie is a linguist. She's not Indigenous. She's a linguist who has been trying to work with Indigenous people around that area to capture their languages before they go. And so she'd heard about Peter and he'd heard that she was looking for him. So he took off for 3 years. He went walkabout for 3 years. And they have forged this brilliant friendship. They are like an old couple. They're not a couple, but they make each other laugh. They're a great team, these two. So she's in her 30s, he's 92. She has, through talking to her, he could download what was in his brain of his language, and she's put it to music. And he does the spoken word of this, and she sings in this language, and it is hauntingly beautiful.
Wadi Yongo Wadi Baba is a song about Peter's country. So the song means if there's no rain, there's no water. And if there's no water in the pools or the river, there's no grass, there's no kangaroos, there's no birds, there's no life, and the country dies.
And Peter's such a great-looking man. He's got his hat on and his shirt, his Western shirt, and he's striding out in the footage we see of him at home.
He's old school.
He's old school, proud man.
It would have sounded, kind of haunting, echoing in a modern, an ancient language like that, echoing out through the airport.
Yeah, isn't it incredible?
The question I would ask, though, with Wadi Yida Wada Baba, that song, if that's his last language, who knows what he's saying? How do you determine what he's saying?
Well, he could remember what the language was. He hasn't spoken it for years.
So
he
he
remembers
says
learning it from his grandfather.
Water,
That's right. And so he has taught this linguist, Rosie, this language, and now she speaks it with him.
Amazing.
Absolutely beautiful. And you're right, to be at this international airport.
Yeah.
And that he'd learnt this language from his grandfather and his mum, who would never have been on an aeroplane in their lives. What a journey. And to have this show keep that language alive, what a privilege it was to hear it. It was beautiful.
Maybe we should send Rosie down to Married at First Sight so you can work out what they're saying.
See if she can work with James Rain.
It's beautiful people. It's a great show. Check it out on the ABC.